Today, I would like to talk about round 27. The title of today's lecture is The Living and Moving Universe. The infiniteness consists of you and mu. However, mu has nothing in particular, and so what we are going to deal with importantly here is you. The living universe is the harmony of the law of the universe and the universe itself. In other words, it is the fusion of E, which is the law of the universe as time, and Ki, which is the universe as space. Therefore, the true concept of the universe is Igi. In the Oriental societies, the theory of the universe was excellently discussed and argued in the philosophy of human nature and natural laws, in the philosophy of Neo-Confucianism. 성리학 in Korean, Neo-Confucianism. The most well-known argument is 주리론 of 이황. 주리론 means the important thing is not Ki but 이황. And 주기론 of 이. The 주기론 means that the important thing is not E but Ki, energy, Ki. It is 주기론. And both two theorists are the Koreans. 주리론 receives the idea of 주자. 주자 is a Confucian in Song dynasty of China. 주리론 receives the idea of 주자 honestly, and it is the idea of 이기 이원론. Namely, E and Ki are different from each other. It says that basically E is the fundamental element which moves Ki. On the other hand, 주기론 criticizes the theory of 주자, and it was completed by 서경덕. 서경덕 was a Confucian in Goryeo dynasty of Korea, 서경덕, and it is on the standpoint of 이기 이론론, namely, the basis of all the things in the universe is Ki, and E is attached to Ki. 이기 이론론. It is on the standpoint that E is no more than a natural law which makes Ki move. Here, my standpoint is that E and Ki are not in the situation in which they argue what is the fundamental element and what is not, but I think that both two helps each other. Both two helps each other intimately, and I think that both of them has the same importance. Next, E and Ki. E is the natural law or the cosmic law. We know that lots of stars move in a certain order without any collision because there exists certain cosmic law. And the cosmic law or natural principle makes it possible for all of the things to exist, grow, and disappear. This natural law is the natural order or the existence law, and it can be called the law of the cause and effect, 인과법칙, cause and effect, or 이법, 성, 천도, 천심, or religiously speaking, it can be called 신성, 불성, 천리, 도리, etc. Furthermore, E is the source of the vivid movement or the change of the birth and death. Nothing in the universe stays without change, and all the things are born, stay for a certain time, are destroyed, and disappear. It means 성주괴공 in Korean. This change process continues to repeat infinitely. E is the very source of the phenomenon of change. This E as the source of change has the unchangeable law, which results in the fact that a dog gives birth to another child dog, or a seed of bean, bean means 콩 in Korean, a seed of bean gives birth to a bean, and therefore a dog cannot give birth to a rabbit, or a seed of bean cannot give birth to a red bean. Red bean means pot in Korean. Therefore, it could not change in the past, and it cannot change presently, and it will not be able to change in the future infinitely. It is nearly impossible to explain the complexity of its structure, and it is the source of the innumerable mystery. E is the source of the mind when it is adapted to the human beings. For the mind or spirit of man or woman has come out of this E. Therefore, when E appears at this present moment, our mind will disappear instantly, and there will remain the unmovable body. E is the source of the human mind, because our mind exists after the existence of E, along with the execution of its function. E belongs to time in other respects, for when time stops at this moment, all of the things will stop moving. The consequence of it is that all the things in the universe cannot move, and so all the things will turn into the unmovable things all at once. Therefore, it can be said to belong to time. Then what is Ki? First of all, Ki belongs to the nature. Accordingly, Ki is the living world which moves in accordance with E, which belongs to the natural law or the cosmic law. Therefore, when E is discarded, this living universe will become the unmovable universe. If I talk about the Ki in more detailed way, it has two factors. The one is the fundamental energy of all the things of the universe, and the other is all the things themselves which were formed from the basic energy Ki. However, if I say more strictly, Ki is the basic or fundamental energy. If there is no E, Ki cannot move just like the dead thing, and so Ki cannot create anything or disappear by itself. Therefore, Ki can make any changeable phenomena only when it is combined with E. For example, ice changes into water when the temperature gets over 0 degrees centigrade, or water changes into a vapor when it gets heat, and this phenomenon does not appear by any other's order, but it appears by its own law. When the spring comes, flowers bloom, and all of the living creatures become vivid, and the spring changes into the summer gradually. Then the summer comes as time goes on, and the autumn or the winter comes, etc. In the process of the change of the season, Ki changes in accordance with the law of E. Furthermore, Ki is the basis of all the things. As I mentioned earlier, all of the things are formed when Ki gets together, and is solidified, and therefore when Ki is solidified in accordance with E, it makes a living person, dead stone, and twinkling stars. Consequently, Ki can be said to be the fundamental material of all the things in the universe. Lastly, Ki is the space. As I said before, if E is the characteristic of time, Ki has the characteristic of space. For Ki is all of the things in the universe. In this case, it is a matter of course that Ki has the meaning of both fundamental energy and all of the things which were solidified with the material of Ki.